Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today we're going to be talking about Tiny Toons Looniversity. This is the upcoming reboot to the old show from your childhood, Tiny Toons, and we've got some bad news, a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news, and yeah, it's one of those days, you know what I mean? So the first thing to go over is that for some unholy reason, Buster and Babs have been confirmed to now be twin siblings, okay? So this reboot is not a continuation of the original, right? I want you to think of something like Rugrats. We had Rugrats, and then we had Rugrats All Grown Up, which was a continuation of the original. And they aged the characters up, and there were some connections, you know. If you watch the original Rugrats, you'd immediately know like everything that's going on in Rugrats All Grown Up, right? This show is not the case at all. This show, even though they aged the characters up, right? It's called Tiny Toons Looniversity, right? So it's like they're going to university. They're aged up. They're older now. They're older now. It literally says that right here. First sentence. Tiny Toons Looniversity is a reboot of Tiny Toon Adventures featuring older versions of the characters, right? So we're getting that, and it's not in any way connected to the original, even though it's a reboot of that show. So that's the thing that we have to note down. And yeah, so they just decided, screw it. They're no longer they're no longer friends. They're twins. Unlike the original series, Buster and Babs Bunny will be twin siblings rather than friends. And I just don't know why they would do this. It feels weird now, right? It's like, what if they made Bugs Bunny and Lola twins? You know, like what the fuck, right? Because they look, just because they have the same last name doesn't mean you should make them family, right? People in real life have the same last names, and also it's like I said, Bugs Bunny and Lola. They're both bunnies. They're not related. And they get a lot, right? There's the whole attraction there. The original show, there's literally an entire Wikipedia page that goes over Buster and Babs' relationship, where it talks about like some of their moments and scenes and things, where they had an attraction or, showcase some affection to each other. So now things have gotten weird. You know, I'm thinking about this now, and I'm like, okay, so if somebody watches if you're a child that's like 6 years old, right? You go and binge watch the first season of this new show, Tiny Toons Looniversity, and then you're like, hey, you're a little kid, so you're like, Daddy, Mommy, I want to watch the old show now. So then you put the old show on, and it's like they're blushing and, they're feeling affection towards each other. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's this incest, So it's really weird. It's going to be weird for kids that watch this new one and go back to the old one and be like, what the fuck is happening? So I'd rather them not do this. This is just so weird, man. It's so weird. Especially when it's like an older school setting where it's like, in high school, that's the time when a lot of people explore. They ask girls out and stuff, right? That's the time when they could actually, make these two kiss or something. And they're like, no, fuck it. You know what? They're twins now. There's no relationship here. Get the hell out of here. So yeah, they're just twins now. How does that work? Does this mean that their father is a blue rabbit and their mother is a pink rabbit? Or can rabbits just be different colors from their parents? They're not. Maybe they're adopted. I don't fucking know. Apparently now we're gonna have to have an entire backstory. Telling us how they're twins. Sure, why not? I'm not a fan of this change by any stretch of the imagination, and it's overall stupid. They really just ruined the romance here. Why not, right? So that's the first bad change. The other bad change is that some of the right here. Hold on. Charlie Adler and Tess McNeil will not reprise their roles as Buster Bunny and Babs Bunny, as Babs will be replaced by Asley Crystal Hairston. It is currently unknown who will voice Buster Bunny, but at least Jeff Bergman, however, will reprise his roles as Bugs Bunny, Foghorn Leghorn, and Sylvester. So it seems that they're going to be getting a new voice cast, which is very disrespectful, especially when this is a show that ages the characters up. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what the hell? You had the Animaniacs reboot, and then you brought back the voice cast, after all these years. And then you have the exact same situation where a show that hasn't aired in decades comes back, and we don't, even though they aged them up, this is not a reboot where they're small little children, and maybe the executives were like, hey, the old voice cast, they're all old now. Let's get some young blood in there. No. They aged them up. What the fuck are they thinking here? I don't know. It's never great. Just look at Bender. What happened to Bender when John DiMaggio, fans were getting pissed, right? When it was unclear whether Bender would be coming back as John DiMaggio, and I did it the wrong way. I meant to say John DiMaggio coming back as Bender. There was some contract dispute or whatever, and and the fans were getting livid. They're like, how can you make a reboot and not have the original Bender voice actor? And they did eventually settle that out, right? They settled it. John DiMaggio is confirmed to come back for the Futurama reboot. But, like, my God, folks, my God. It's like you literally made a show where you aged them up, and you're not going to bring back the aged up voice actors, So this is very disrespectful. Absolutely. I kind of wonder if, Tress, sorry, did I say Tess earlier? I kind of wonder if Charlie and Tress here, are they pissed online? I don't know. Maybe we'll hear something from them in the future. I can understand if they're pissed, though. I'd be pissed. They even did this to the Powerpuff Girls, remember? Where, like, for the 2016 reboot, they literally just got new girls, like teenage girls, that they didn't have to pay peanuts compared to the original voice cast, right? Those scumbags. They do this all the time. It's very disrespectful, in my opinion. I like how they do things in Japan, right? It's, they take their voice work very, very seriously over there. So, a character getting replaced is a huge deal over in Japan. I feel like we need to be a little bit more like them. This is kind of sad to see. But, so those are two bad things. One of the good things, however, right, is this one right here. The San Diego Comic-Con 2022 poster for the show reveals that most of the characters will return for the new series. Even Elmira, who was previously said not to appear, implying plans for her change during development. So that's really cool. So there you go. You got Max and Elmira. They're very well hidden in the background. You can kind of see them back there. What is this? A truck or a television? They're coming out of there. You could see them in the back. There's Max and Elmira. And so it's great to see that they're bringing back human characters. Will there be any new characters? I don't remember this duck character. Is this the teacher? I don't know. Maybe that's a new character. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces here. And one of the biggest ones, one of the absolute biggest ones that I was surprised to see was Pepe Le Pew. If you guys don't remember from Space Jam, Pepe is a very hands-on-y type of character, if you know what I'm saying here. And they decided to cut him from Space Jam, which I think was disgusting. One of the reasons, okay, how are you going to cut Pepe Le Pew while Austin Powers and the guys from the Clockwork Orange are fucking in the same movie? Explain it to me. So yeah, apparently they just cut Pepe because he was too, molesty, let's say, he was too hands-on. He was, maybe even, would some people describe him as a predator? I mean, he is an animal. I think Pepe is fine, right? Just because he normally does that very hands-on motif doesn't mean they had to do that for Space Jam. They could have just not done any scenes with Pepe, and he could have just been there. Like, there would have been no problem. I don't know, man. These people, they're virtue signaling for nothing, and it's losing them money. That's all I'm going to say. You go woke, you get broke, okay? So yeah, I'm glad that she's coming back at least. Thank God. And yeah, it's great to see that. Like I said, they're bringing back Montana, Max, and Elmira, especially considering after watching the Animaniacs reboot. Right, one of the things that a lot of critics said about the show was it was too focused on the Animaniacs, and all the side characters from the original show were utterly shafted. So it's great to see these side characters like Elmira come back. And even though, like it said here, who was previously, she was not going to be in the show, but maybe they heard the feedback from Animaniacs and changed their mind. That's my best guess. But yeah, great to see that at least. So we had two kind of iffy things that were kind of bad, especially the voice actors losing their jobs is the worst. But the whole thing about them being twins is kind of stupid, and they shouldn't have done that. And I do, like I said, enjoy the fact that at least they're bringing back the old characters where Animaniacs failed. So that's that. And we also have this image here, which does showcase that Taz is going to be back. So a lot of the older Looney Tune characters coming back. I wouldn't be surprised to see Lola Bunny in the show. Are there any like new Looney Tunes? Who are the new ones? I don't even like. Lola came from the original Space Jam, but like, are there any like newer Looney Tunes? I don't know. I kind of want to see some new a new Looney Tunes, like new Tiny Toons. Show me some new characters. Show me some new characters. That's what I want to see. Not the same old batch every time. Give me some new ones. And that's going to be it. Let me know your thoughts on these three major topics here. Twins, voice actors not coming back, and the other one where Elmira, the side characters are coming back. Let me know each of those things, your thoughts, and give me a comment down below. Yeah, please like the video, please share the video, subscribe to the channel, and why not watch an ad for your boy Sandro. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. Bye-bye.